That green thing is catalog management software for music publishers. This is the 4th episode of video tutorials. Today we'll talk about musical work list view, searching, filtering and bulk actions. From the home view, you can access it by clicking here or here. We have already seen it in one of the previous videos. This is one of the views that change, based on the subscription plan. This is what it would look like for library music subpublisher. But, let's keep it simple. All list views have some, if not all of these elements, a button to add new objects, in this case musical works on the right side, and below are various filters. On the left side, we have a search bar. Let's enter something here. If we enter Carmen here, this will search for all works that contain Carmen in the title or one of the alternative titles, recording titles, and several other fields. This can be cancelled by clicking on this link. Below the search bar, we have the bulk action bar. We'll come back to it later in this video. And below is the table containing the works, showing the most important data in several columns. By default, the newest work is at the top, but you can change the sorting by clicking on the column headers. Now they are sorted by title. Sorting, searching and filtering can be combined. Let's filter by a writer. Now we see all works where Dave C. character is one of the writers. Let's enter, or in the search bar. Now we see only Dave's works that contain or in the name. Okay, enough about searching and filtering and sorting, let's talk about the actual columns in the work list view. The first column is the internal work ID. It is assigned by your TGT instance, unless you imported the data with work IDs. We have a whole video about work IDs, linked above. The first column is also a link that opens a work edit view. The second column is the work title. Well, its importance should be obvious. The next is a list of writers' last names, obvious again. The next column is interesting. It shows the percentage of the work being controlled by you. Well, specifically, this is the sum of performance shares, for both publishers and writers, where either the original publisher or the administrator is a first-party publisher. In theory, mechanical or sync shares could be different, but this is good enough in practice. The next column is ISWC. Again, we have a video about ISWCs, linked above, if you don't know what this is. You should, if you are doing music publishing. And then we have a column called recordings, showing the number of recordings entered for each work. This number also works as a link to the recording list view, that will also engage the filter to show only recordings of this particular work. And then the same thing for CWRs. Sorry, if you don't know what CWR is, this is another thing that you absolutely need to learn about in music publishing. And we have a whole series about this topic, linked above and at the end. Well, CWR is a good way to explain bulk actions, so we are back on our work list view. A bulk action is an action applied to selected objects. In this particular case, we choose to start the CWR wizard, select these 3 works and click on Go. We'll not go through all the steps in this video. The last step takes us to this screen, with a new CWR at the top. Note that the 4th column is called Works and has a green number 3 in it. Yes, the 3 works we selected, and green means a link, so let's click on it. And we are back on our work list view, with the 3 works filtered. And note that the number of CWRs increased by 1 for all 3 works. That link takes us to the CWR list view, of course. This concludes our 4th video tutorial. More information is available in the user manual. All relevant links are in the description. The first leads to that green thing product page. Here are series about that green thing and the tutorial subseries. Below are our IT subseries and the series about common works registration and related software. Contact us to start using that green thing. Please share our content, subscribe, and keep watching.